this is someone that I thought was usually very quiet, and something happened and the person just flared up, and I was like, this person that is usually very quiet, I didn't know something can upset. On this channel, we'll talk about faith, family, and lifestyles. So welcome once again to my old family members, my Alli fam. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you so very much as always for your love as well as for your support. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I noticed someone, and this is someone that I thought was usually very quiet, and something happened and the person just flared up, and I was like, this person that is usually very quiet, I didn't know something can upset her like this. And when I even heard what upset her or what made her upset, I was like, that's pretty minute. But what I think is minute to me might not necessarily mean minute to that person. And that person also might have been condoning this other person's behavior for a while and not saying anything, and was like, you know what, this is the last straw that's going to break the back of the camel, so let me put a stop to it. It now brings me to think that when you see someone that's always calm, very quiet, incredibly nice and kind, very funny also, and who tries by all means necessary to avoid conflict, one has to be extremely careful, because people like this, right, they notice everything. They notice everything, but they remain quiet and silent. And the reason is, when and if they become upset or angry, it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. This set of people, right, decide to be silent about most things, if not everything, about most things, and keep everything inside. Most of them bottle things up for a while, bottle it up to the brim, and sometimes even to the brim, and even when the bottle overflows, safe. And this is despite the fact that keeping all these things inside hurts them. But in order to avoid conflict, they still keep it inside. But the day this person explodes, the day this set of people explode, all hell will break loose. The day the set of people explode, all hell break loose. It's very essential to respect them, but because people like these respect others a lot. They maintain their lane, they stay in their lane, they mind their businesses, they just remain quiet. So it's better to respect people like that and don't take them for granted, or even mistake their silence or their quietness for weakness, or think they're stupid, because behind every smile, behind every gaze, behind every look, or just behind every quietness of that person, even behind the silence, right, there's strength and determination that will surprise even the people around them, will surprise and shock the people around them when they do explode. It's usually better to be by their side. You know, like I said, they mind their own business, they stay in their lane, by their side and support them. Because like I said, when they explode, right, it's a real explosion. And the person that triggered the explosion or the anger, no matter how minute that thing that triggered that anger is, that person that triggered it bears the brunt of it. That trigger person bears the brunt of it, the brunt of that explosion or the anger. This set of people understand, right, that peace is very precious. Peace is very precious, and that's why most of them value it. They value their peace of mind, and they keep quiet or remain silent. They keep silent and they remain in their lane. That's why most of them mind their businesses. But everything, right, has a limit and a threshold. This threshold, right, it's higher for some and it's lower for others. What their threshold is might not be what mine is. Once that boundary is crossed, expect a storm. Expect an explosion. Once you take them to that extreme, my dear, you get what you get. And they remain blameless. But in this life, you never blame anyone. That's around, the good people that surround you give you happiness and the peace of mind. The worst people that surround you give you a lesson to learn on a daily basis. Meanwhile, the best ones that surround you give you memories that you hold on to for life. You can't stay in a place where people don't know your value or your worth, where you're not appreciated. You can't stay in a place like that. Despite the fact that you're quiet, despite the fact that you mind your business, you stay in your lane, you can't stay in a place where people don't know your true value, because you will end up shrinking your gifts. Your goals will not be met. Your vision will be dim, and the future will be so bleak. So my take on what happened is that I'm not shrinking my vision because you can't see the future, or you can't catch up with my own vision. So I can't shrink it. I still mind my business. I stay in my lane. I remain silent. I thank God I have big eyes. And like I've said in my previous videos, the owl has big eyes to see a lot of things. The ears are hidden to hear less. And the beak is so small to say less. Eyes are wide, big, to see so many things. Ears are hidden and very little, tiny, that they hear very less of nonsense. And the beak is so small that they say less. So if you can't see the vision that I see, or you can't catch up with my vision, I refuse to be small because you think small, or you think small of me, or you think small of my vision and my goal. I refuse to be stressed or depressed, or to have anxiety or sleepless night over anything, or over anything that was to make me think small of myself, or my vision, or my goal, or my future. That's all I have for you today. If you've not subscribed yet, please find it in your heart to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so very much for watching. I leave you with love, peace, and joy always.